Oh my God, no. Is this for you or is this for me? Okay. So what did you do? You push this button or that button? This one? Yeah. Okay. So just everyone trying to push the button. Okay. That's how it's scared me.
So I love the moments of each and every person who came up and greeted you and kind of the look on your faces. I also love that some of you were like, should we or shouldn't we? And if you are here, you definitely should. So even if you didn't come up at that moment in time, one of the things that became quite evident as we were talking about and planning for this day, and again I was learning more about Chris and Marion, is how important each and every one of you are in their lives. How each and every one of you are a part of bringing them to this place. Your own love that you have shown to them has empowered them, it has blessed them, it has encouraged them, it has helped them understand the way to this place on this day. So thank you again for being a part of it. One of the things that we were talking about when I met with Marion and Chris at Marion's home in Westport is the fact that she has a lot of pictures of family on the wall, and her daughter refers to some of these as quite creepy. You know, it's the older pictures where people have eyes that sort of look like they're following you when you walk down the hallway. So I get it, I see you. But we talked about the importance of how each and every one of those people in those pictures have a story, and how that story somehow brought each of you to this place. How those stories, even the wild and the crazy stories, the stories that are more difficult, the stories that are beautiful and easy to follow, each and every one of those stories somehow manifest the love that you two feel for each other and bring you to this place today. And again, in your vows, one of the things that I remember so significantly from our first meeting is the color. Do you remember the color? Yes, and so as if you thought it wasn't difficult enough for Chris to know where Marion was that day, the clue that she actually gave him is, I have no idea where I am, but I'm under a persimmon awning. And somehow Chris knew exactly where that, first of all, what color persimmon was, and second of all, where that was. And I thought when you told me that story, I thought, this is a deep love that is manifest well before you even thought you could love one another. Because there was a communication that each of you had, like to just be able to throw out one word and to use that as a way to find another person is absolutely miraculous in and of itself. It's as if your relationship was preordained somehow, that each of these stories led you to that moment. And so it's one of those things that as you move forward in your relationship, and you already have noted that you have moments that are challenging and moments that bring you the deepest joy. I think that remembering that story will hopefully give you this foundational piece. That sometimes it's just one word that draws us to one another. It's one word that reminds us that we are loved and loved. It's one word that somehow reminds us that we are worthy of each other. And so constantly search for that word. Maybe it will be persimmon. Maybe it will be love. Maybe it will be now. Maybe it will be whatever in the moment encourages you to love one another again and again. You already know this. But each and every moment, find that word that will help you find one another. May God bless you. May God keep you. May God hold you in the palm of God's hand each and every day. And may God remind you that you are the product of a long list of love and love stories. Amen. I invite forward Dave and Laura for our final reading. You will. I promise we'll get there.
A passage from All I Ever Really Needed to Know I Learned in Kindergarten by Robert Fulghum.
All of what I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be, I learned in kindergarten.
Wisdom was not at the top of the graduate school mountain, but there in the sandbox in nursery school.
These are the things I learned.
Share everything.
Play fair.
Don't hit people.
Put things back where you found them.
Clean up your own mess.
Don't take things that aren't yours.
Say sorry when you hurt somebody.
Wash your hands before you eat.
Flush.
Warm cookies and cold milk are good for you. Give them to someone who feels sad.
Live a balanced life.
Learn some, and think some, and draw, and paint, and sing, and dance, and play, and work every day.
This one's my favorite. Take a nap every afternoon.
Be aware of wonder.
Remember the little seed in the plastic cup. The roots go down and the plant goes up. And nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that.
Everything you need to know is in there somewhere.
And it is still true.
No matter how old you are,
when you go out into the world,
it is best to hold hands
and stick together.
So Chris, if you'll repeat after me as you place the ring on Marion's left finger. Marion, I give you this ring.
Marion, I give you this ring
as a sign of my unending love
as a sign of my unending love
and commitment to you. And likewise, Marion, if you'll place the ring on Chris's finger. Chris, I give you this ring as a sign of my unending love Thank you. Unending love. There you go. And commitment to you. And so now I am privileged to say, by the power vested in me by the United Church of Christ and the state of Connecticut, I pronounce you husband and wife. You may share a cake.
Like a fool, I went away too long. Now I'm wondering if your love is strong. Ooh.
All right, everybody, come on up and sing us. Come on, sing and deliver.
I'm yours.
Come on up. We want to get into the room and dance. Come on.
And that time I went and said goodbye. I've done a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. Hey now, hey now, hey now.